Good and you?
I'm very well, very well. I'm obviously sure you don't remember me, but we talked before the campaign started, before you kind of started playing for La Rochelle. How do you feel it's gone so far for you?
Good, good. I had we had a good start, and uh, I had some trouble with my body, so it was a bit frustrating because I can't play a lot of games, but I feel good right now on the pitch, and yeah, hopefully good for the next 5 games.
Yeah, so you're talking about that injury. Obviously, the injury came probably at the worst time for you with the Six Nations and all that. How did you feel? Obviously, watching France win, but watching it from the sideline when you probably would have been involved at the time.
Yeah, it's hard to watch the boys from outside, but they played really well, so I was happy for them. But yeah, it was hard to see the boys with the French teams play, and also the La Rochelle boys. So
Hmm.
yeah, it was not the best time to be injured. Like I missed like the Champions Cup and a lot of great games in top 14 also. So yeah, it was a bit frustrating, but now we we have to look forward.
So looking forward, what is the ambitions? I was just talking to Jack, and he's talking about obviously your ambition to win the top 14 this year, and maybe for yourself internationally with the Nations Championship this summer. So what are you feeling for the upcoming few months?
Yeah, like play game by game. We have to win the next 5 games to be involved for the to reach the finals. So we can do it, but we can't look too forward. We have to just play step by step, and we're
Hmm.
gonna see. For me, get the rhythm. Try to play my rugby and develop myself in the team here and be ready to maybe represent my country this summer. Yeah, I've got the summer in my head also, but now I'm focused on the on now for the
Yeah.
moment.
So you got obviously Perpignan coming up this weekend. Like, how do you feel? Obviously, you're talking about your body is all good now at the minute, but how do you feel mentally, and how do you feel the team are feeling mentally for this Perpignan challenge?
I think the team is really excited at the moment to play like it's like final game for us because we've got 5 finals.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So and the wins against Bordeaux gave us maybe confidence for the next game. So we're okay. Uh, yeah, we have got some injuries also again, but we try to be positive, and I think the world is excited, just excited.
And look, obviously you made a big decision last year to move to La Rochelle. How's it? How's life in La Rochelle? Obviously, you lived in Paris for a few years, so how is it that adapting to maybe big city life to more of a quieter life?
Yeah, for me it's like my first town in Van, so
Mhm.
like the same rhythm. So I like it. It was different in Paris, more too many people for me.
Really?
Yeah, but here it's such a nice place to for life and rugby with the sea, like good atmosphere, etc. So I like everything here.
Yeah. And then I presume that there's a good golf course there because I know you like your golf as well. Do you play much golf with the other boys like Will Skelton and all like that?
Yeah, when but we had some injuries, so we didn't play a lot. But
Yeah.
when the weather is okay, the only problem here is the sometimes the weather, like
Yeah.
rainy, windy. but
Mhm.
there's some good golf course, and yeah, we try to play and challenge ourselves.
So whenever you're doing that, obviously that's your kind of step away from the rugby. That's how you decompress and relax. So there's no rugby talk on the golf course. It's more just you just being yourselves and enjoying yourselves.
Yeah, it's just a way to like don't think, uh, just be outside. I like the way when you're alone and just play, and sometimes I get crazy after the ball, but
Yeah, but look, so look, obviously I spoke to you last time about O'Gara was a big reason for you moving to, or sorry, not a big reason, a reason you decided to move to La Rochelle. How has it been working under him with him being the coach, and how has it been kind of playing and getting to know what way he wants you to play rugby, which might be different from what you've done before?
I think the main thing is the mentality. Like I think Roach, he wants to win anyway, so I like the way he prepares ourselves for each game, like a big game. And yeah, for me, he wants to me to just play my game and be natural on the field. Don't lock me, and so it's cool for me.
Well, we saw that from you when you played Leinster in the Champions Cup. Obviously, unfortunately, got injured at the right at the end, but it was a very good performance from you, um, especially off the boot. But how did you manage to kind of get those consistent levels from the boot? And would you have any advice for others trying to reach your kind of level?
Uh, I think it's just walk repetitions, especially for the boots.
Hmm.
Um, Before I used to kick a lot, and now I try to manage to kick maybe less, but try to be accurate. I'm still young, but I can't kick like hundreds ball like before, after a training session. So now I try to fix my routine, my kicking, but like short but accurate.
Mm. And then going back to O'Gara, because obviously that's what O'Gara was known for was his place kicking. Have you taken advice from him on that, or because you've grown up differently from him to what he had, have you taken the advice on, but then tried to tell him it wouldn't work this way, or you're trying to fix it yourself and you're having conversations about your kicking?
Yeah, I've got some discussions, some small talks, but as you said, it was a really different way to kick.
Hmm.
So yeah, some fundamentals he tried to give me, but after I think it's really different from he used to kick. So he gave me some points, but after he knows my routine is different, and I work like on that for maybe 10 years. So
Yeah.
maybe it's just after the ball, through the balls, like the way the way you finish, etc. And I learn again. I can learn a lot again, but yeah, small talks sometimes. It's not big talks on mainly focus, but just sometimes just you just follow through. Or like I spoke with Owen last year,
Hmm.
uh, and the way maybe don't smash the ball, just let let your body go with the ball. So it was some good advice.
So talking to players like Owen Farrell, who obviously you've played with, and obviously Ramos with France, is kind of every time you're with them, not every time, sorry, but a lot of the time when you're with them, time for you to learn because obviously you're still young. Is it getting to that stage where you're looking to kind of fine tune your game and then be the complete package because you seem to be able to do everything at the minute, but you're just looking to kind of get those final little things?
Yeah, I try to fix everything, and and just get the rhythm for the moment. For me, the main thing is just be able to be consistent during 80 minutes every games, and like be involved in all the different way of the game, like you say. Like it can be kicking or defense or extra, but yeah, I grew with some big players and I learned a lot, but now I want to challenge them and maybe later, maybe I hope maybe beat them.
Yeah. So you're talking about beating them. Is that no offense, but is that Antoine Dupont and Lucu that you're looking to kind of surpass and become the French number one?
Yeah, the main goal is to play for France. So if you want to play for France, you have to be competitive with those players, and they play very well at the moment. Their team are really consistent, and so the main thing for me is to be able to compete with these players, but also be in the team and be in the team who is consistent and play the big games. Because I think we just look the big games and you judge on this game, I think.
Yeah. And obviously you've worked with them. Like, have you taken lessons from them to help you stand out as a player?
Yeah, I think we don't talk a lot, like they don't give a lot like advice, but you just have to look, and it just so small talks also, and
Hmm.
sometimes you give you the way you see something, they say the way they see also, and you can compare. But we've got all different style also, and street and I don't know how you call uh but yeah, really different. So we don't look the game the same way. Like
Hmm.
Dupont is really strong, for example, and so he can do things that I can't. And maybe Lucu is more like passing, passing and kicking. So it's good to have some advice from both because we're different.
Yeah. And then a kind of final little point, which is you were, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, you were in Australia during the British and Irish Lions tour, yeah?
Yeah.
How was it watching them? And then how would you like France have played the British and Irish Lions once? Would you like to kind of maybe have a warm-up game against them or maybe a tour come to France and be involved in that? Or what would you feel?
Yeah, I think it could be a really good things for both teams to play against in the big clash. Like I don't know, it's on one game or three games, but
Hmm.
yeah, I think it could be good for the fans also. Uh, but it's just an opinion.
Yeah, 100%, lad. You're entitled to your opinion. Like, and when you were down watching, obviously you had Will Skelton playing for Australia, so a teammate, and you had Raj doing the coverage. How was the kind of, and you obviously, as you mentioned, Owen Farrell, you played with Owen Farrell at Racing. How was it watching Australia and the Lions compete?
It was cool. The main thing was the stadium for me because it was like 100,000 people in the stand, so it was like I used to play in big stadium with like Stade de France, etc. But this one was crazy, and the atmosphere before between the Australian people and the lot of Irish and British Lions, it was so cool. And
Yeah.
the game also, but you feel you can feel like it's traditional, like you feel history.
And just to finish up then the last one, which is what's the best experience you've had as a player in a stadium while you're playing? Because obviously you've played in the Stade de France, you've played in New Zealand, and you've experienced that. So where would be your kind of best memory as a player playing?
Uh, it's not the biggest stadium, but I play my home times stadium like in Van. I grew up in Van, but I never played in the big stadium because I left Van I was 13. So
Hmm.
I played last year in Van against my father was coaching, so it was and in front of my family it was best one.
Yeah, 100%. And look, Nolan, it's been a pleasure talking to you again. I'm sorry the video cut out.
Yeah,
But look, I hope you have a lovely day, and it's been an absolute pleasure as always.
thank you. Have a good day.
You too.